So it has been quite some time since we've talked last, but I figured it was finally time to update you guys on what's been going on, obviously with therapy and whatnot. I believe the last time we talked was September 20, oh no, September 29th, I believe. And it's now the 21st of October. And I just want to start off by saying when you guys see this video, I'm hoping to get it up on Sunday. It will be exactly 1 month since my last binge. And that's the longest I've gone since I started, really. Very, very happy. I'm just very pleased with myself. So, what we talked about last time, I was going into the weekend where my therapist kind of put a guideline on my food for the weekend in hopes that I would follow it and not binge. So I was very perplexed at that time, but I didn't see the whole scope of things until the weekend it was actually over. So I went through that weekend. I didn't stick exactly to the 2,000 calories that she was telling me to stick to, but I did 2,000 Friday, like 2,700 Saturday, and around like 1,700 on Sunday. And I did not binge at all. They were solid meals. I went out to dinner. I enjoyed some ice cream, and all like correct portion sizing, everything like that. So we were very happy when that happened. I went back and we've been slowly increasing my calories ever since I actually started. I don't remember what I was at when we talked to you last time, but I started therapy at around 20 or 1250 or 1300, and I'm at 1700 right now, which has gone so well. Like, I'm so happy, and everything is just slowly like feeling better physically for me, and obviously mentally, but that, like, I knew that was going to happen. Physically, my body has so much more energy. I'm pushing heavier in the gym. It's just like eating more obviously does all this stuff, and it's so awesome. I stopped my cut prep, whatever. When I stopped that, I was like 131 pounds ish while binging, and now I'm about 133, 134 on 1,700 calories, not binging. So that's something else that's really, really great. I am still increasing my calories, but after that first weekend of not binging, we went to the second weekend, and we were like, okay, well, what if you just don't track at all, but you kind of eat in the portions you know how to? Because obviously at this point I knew how to stick to correct portions. And actually that weekend I decided that I was going to go out to dinner every single night. So I went out to dinner Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I got things that were not considered healthy. I had my full meal one of the nights. Another night I split the meal with my mom, but had my own side. And then the other night I had a smaller sandwich with like a small side. So everything was great. I came back and we decided that, like, what I'm doing, I'm obviously progressing. And before I had went out to dinner those 3 times, she actually taught me something called a restaurant technique. And that is that order what you want, but when you get your food, you have to examine it first before you start eating. So look at it, think, is it too small, average, or too large? And you guys, if you've been in fitness for a long time, which I'm sure a lot of you have, you know portion sizes. Like, you understand them. Yes, America has extremely large portion sizes, but you know what you should be eating relatively. So, one of the nights it was a little too big, so I split it with my mom. One of the nights it was actually a little too small, so when I got home, I ate something else, which is also what she told me to do. So if it's too small, you know that you should probably be eating another snack or something about 2 hours later. But and then one of the nights mine was just perfect, so I just ate it all. And that's kind of how you do that. And then we also learned a buffet technique, and that is, if you end up going to a buffet, you're going to walk around the entire buffet first and decide what you want and what you actually like will want to eat and what sizes. That way you don't just jump into the buffet line and start scooping stuff all over your plate, and then all of a sudden it's like a mountain. So that, and then I went through that weekend. It went great. Again, super happy. And I've been still doing my logs where I record everything I eat during the day. My stopping of intermittent fasting has been going very well, and I'm actually back to having an appetite again when I wake up, which is nice. I knew that would return. It was just hard to get started with because eating when you're not hungry is kind of something that I don't like to do at all. So now that brings me to the weekend. I went to go see Brittany, and this is my proudest weekend so far. I went on this trip with nothing in my bags regarding food. Nothing, no scales, not even any snacks. I kind of just went there and didn't even know when we were going anywhere, where we were going. So the first night I got there around 4, so I got there pretty late, but we went out for Mexican. And Brittany is very, very understanding of what I'm going through. Like, she understands. I talk to her about it so much, and she's very helpful. So we shared a margarita. I ordered tacos, and then it came with rice and beans, but I asked to just have rice. So I ate the rice and I ate the tacos. And then that's all I had there. And then we went home, and I ended up having, I actually had a pint of Halo Top every night. I love Halo Top, and I understand that it's considered diet ice cream, but I actually really do enjoy the taste of it. And Ben & Jerry's is just a lot. It is very calorically dense, and it's something I understand, and if I really, really wanted it, I would have it. Like, I don't have a problem with that. It's just, I know I don't need to eat a pint of Ben & Jerry's every day, and I do love Halo Top, so it's worth it. And so the next day, Saturday, we woke up and we went to a place called Snooze, which you saw in my last vlog. Went there for breakfast. I ordered the pancake trio. I ate 2 of the pancakes completely, and the third one I ate probably about 2/3 of it. And then I was getting full, so I stopped. And typically when I would have my binges, whenever I started eating bad, that's when it would spiral. So I would always avoid breakfast, going out for breakfast. I would always eat my normal breakfast because I felt like that would keep me on track at least for a little while. So it was hard. I was worried. I can say that. I was worried about what was going to happen, but I went there and it was great. And it tasted so good. It was so good. And then we ended up going to Whole Foods. I got a huge salad, and I also got a peanut butter brownie. And then for dinner, we ended up going out again with her parents, and we went to their country club, and I ordered tacos again. As you guys can tell, I really like tacos. We ordered tacos, and I also got a side of sweet potato fries. I ate that all. And then we went out that night to a club, and I drank a few drinks, not anything crazy. I wasn't wasted. I just enjoyed myself and enjoyed the people I was with. Woke up in the morning and felt awesome. Like, didn't feel any regret or bloated or anything. And we decided to go out to brunch again. So again, I got up and we went to, what was it called? It's called Black something? Black Walnut? I don't know if that sounds right. Something Walnut, maybe? Cafe. And I got an egg white omelet, which was huge. And I got like cheese and meat. I think I got turkey in it, possibly. And a side of French toast, which was like a cannoli French toast. It was so good. And I ate that stuff. What else did we eat that day? Oh, how did I not remember this? So one of my biggest problem foods, you've known me for a while, is pizza. Solely because I really can't control myself around pizza. Like, if it's in front of me, I'm just gonna keep eating it. It never really fills me up because I always eat a whole. I can eat a whole pizza easily and so fast. And so what I was gonna do to try to stop that is I was gonna get a personal pizza, but what we were doing or where we went didn't have personal, so I got a small, and I was very nervous. But I was like, Kelsey, you can do this. Like, you've been practicing and you can totally understand yourself. You're fine. And the pizza had 6 or 8 slices. I'm not positive, but I ate 4. And when I finished the 4th one, I was like, I'm done. And I closed the box and I just put the box away from me. And that's something else I've learned from my therapist is when you feel like you are done and you don't need to eat anymore, you either need to immediately ask for a box to put it in, slide it away from you, or somehow put something on it or in it to like not let you eat it. Like put your napkin on it. Like if you don't want it anymore or something, just throw your napkin in it so you physically can't eat it. And I just closed the box, just pushed it away from me, and I just started talking to Ari and Brittany and kind of just forgot about it. And it went really well, guys. Like it went so well. And I didn't go to the gym at all. I mean, we went to the gym for one day and we went for like 15 like 20 minutes. We did some cardio. But besides that, I didn't go Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. So I skipped the gym for 5 days. And typically I would have been in a meltdown mode. I would have been like freaking out. And typically if I binge, I get right back on my plan the next day. It doesn't carry over to the next day. So, and I didn't do that at all either. I didn't try to restrict. I just kind of let it happen. And I got back here and Brittany came with. Obviously, we road trip back. And I decided that I wanted to keep enjoying food and not really go back down too much. So I went and bought some cupcakes for my family. We made a lot of pasta and I had like great portion sizes of those. I'm not a huge fan of the actual cupcake part of a cupcake unless it's filled. So I decided to cut the cupcake in half and then I knew it didn't have filling. So then I just decided just to not have the cupcake part and just have the top part, like the little, all the frosting and then like the little half of the cupcake. And that's all I wanted. I had a little bowl of pasta. I didn't go back for seconds. So I've been practicing like just controlling myself and just feels so good. And like today, I wasn't sure. My aunt and uncle are in town for the week, so they're here staying with us. And so it's my sister's birthday tomorrow, and we're doing her whole birthday celebration today. And I'm very excited because where we're going is a place that is my favorite restaurant I've ever been to, ever. It is called Cowfish. It is half sushi, half burgers, which, cowfish, obviously. And I haven't eaten there in probably a year because whenever my family would go, it is a very pricey place. So we've only gone probably, I'd say 3 or 4 times in the last year, but I haven't eaten any of those times because I was dieting or on prep or something of that sort. And it's just been so sad. And so I'm very excited to go tonight. Like, I'm so happy. They have spiked milkshakes. I'm going to get sushi because their sushi is my favorite. And we ate out at McAllister's Deli this morning. Just like, I'm eating things I've never eaten before in my life, and I never thought I'd be able to eat in my life without like going totally hard for the rest of the day. So like things are going so well. And I was kind of thinking last night, like after this weekend happened, I was just so grateful for this plan I've been put on, my therapist, the people around me, my best friends, and God, and just everything. And I was reading my devotional, and then I was like, well, I wonder what my devotional said on the day of my last binge. And I don't know why I thought about that, but I did. And so I went back. The last day that happened was September 23rd. That's why on this Sunday it should be, no, I said September 23rd. So this Sunday should be October 23rd. And what it said. I won't read you all of it, but it was all about eyes on the prize is what it was called. And it had 2 Corinthians 4, verse 8 and 9. It talks about how we're going to have setbacks, but don't let it be something that just brings you down completely and you can never get back up. Kind of reflecting the whole get knocked down 7 times, stand up 8 type thing. And it said, we are struck down to the ground, but never struck out. And that was part of the actual verse. And then just talking about how Paul was pressed a ton in the Bible, and he was troubled and he was oppressed, and saying that they couldn't see any way out, but they refused to give up. And the last part of it said, glance at your problems, but stare at Jesus. So acknowledge your problems, acknowledge they're there, but don't stay stuck. Don't stay stagnant in your problems. You can get out of them, but you have to do it. You have to look to God. You have to put your hope and your trust and everything you have into Him. And He's going to help you get out of it. And you're going to have to want to get out of it. And that's what I wanted. That's all I wanted. I wanted to get out of it. And so reading this, it kind of just was like, wow, like that is exactly how I was feeling. I was done being stuck, and I made the change. I asked Him for help, and I kind of told Him, like, I'm going to do this, and I need you. Like, I need you to help me do this because I'm going to do it. And look it's been a month, a whole month. And I'm so, so thankful. And that was just really, really, really cool to read. And this is my devotional, The Confident Woman. I've been reading this for a very long time now. I don't remember how long, but a little more of what we're doing in therapy is that I just ended phase 1. So I've been going twice a week for about 5 weeks now, and now we're going back to once a week. I just ended my phase we did a whole assessment at the beginning, and it was all about like my eating disorder, just kind of like preoccupation with things. Like you would rate yourself on a score of 1 to 5 and like how much it affects you on all these different questions. And we did it for my eating disorder, anxiety, depression, and panic. And every single score went down significantly. My disorder is not even clinically recognizable, if that makes sense, anymore. Like, it was so cool. Like, I have moved so far in it's been like 6 weeks. In these 6 weeks, I have come so far, and I've never gotten this far on my own. Obviously, I would never be able to get this far on my own. I know I wouldn't, because I would have no idea where to start. I'm just so happy. Like, it all went down so much, and so we're moving into my next phase, and this is the body image phase, which I'm very excited for. I think that my calories should be within like 18 to 2,000. I think that's where they should be to stay always, unless I decide to indulge one night or something. I think that my body may hang out around this weight. It might be a little bit higher. I don't think it'll be any less, but I'm very, very pleased with what's going on. So we're going to move into the body image phase, the whole self-love phase, which I'm very, very excited for. It's probably going to be where I'm going to start a lot of journaling, I believe, which I think will be good for me. So, yeah, that's kind of all I have for my update. I'm doing so incredibly well, and that doesn't mean I'm not gonna have failures along this journey. I still have days where I feel bad about myself. I still have days where I really want to just go and keep eating things and keep going and just say, no, well, fuck this. I want to just eat donuts and ice cream. I just want to keep going. But I'm not going to, because I'm stronger than that, and I know what I have to do. The urges are going to be there, but it's up to me now. So thank you guys for sticking around. I will definitely be making these updates. Can really hope you guys like this one.